little trigger warning for maybe some women listening there. There were pregnancy that I've lost few pregnancies, and one of them was a 5-month-old baby girl,
Mhm.
and that was extremely traumatic. So, speaking about recovery,
Right.
that took a lot. I
Mm.
also had later in life, both of my parents passed away within 5 months of each other, and I'm the only child.
Wow.
So, speaking about another part of recovery, and they were away in Poland, and I was here, and I needed to leave the job, and no one's waiting for me. I'm helping. My mom passed away first. My dad completely fell apart. He
Mhm.
lost hope.
Yeah.
He lost hope that life has anything else, you know, for him as an individual. He was so connected to my mom. So
Mm.
it was really codependency more like. And we tried and we did what we could, but so when you lose that connection with the life force,
Mm.
it's not much anyone can do, right? It's our own responsibility if we want this life to happen or we don't. And my father chose that he doesn't,
Mm.
and his decline was very fast. So then that so my recovery has happened so many times on so many different levels, and I know how challenging it is, and I
Right.
know how much I needed to prepare for this. I know how much I needed to learn. I took a number of different courses, and I went through Landmark, I went through life coaches, I went to psychotherapists, I went to all kinds of professionals, people that
Mm.
were able to help me to find a way through the struggle, to transform, to find the light behind the shadow.
Right.
So, but you have to face the shadow. You have to
Mm.
you understand the value of life and the gift and the gratitude when you dive deep into your shadows and you understand them and you live them and you feel them. And then you figure out that every lesson comes with a blessing.
Mm.
Every even
Right.
the hardest one, even the hardest one has a blessing hidden for
Yeah.
you, for your life, because we are meant to evolve. We are meant to transform as human beings. We are
Hmm.
meant to move forward constantly.
I love how you tied your story right into
Yeah.
that recovery blessing and curse topic. Because you're right. It's really that journey. It's really
It
that
is.
and I'm so sorry for your losses. And I mean, oh my goodness,
Thank
like
you.
I would not know how to deal with these kind of level of losses. So, I'm sorry for your loss and stuff. And, our
Thank
hearts go
you.
out to you. And that's the hard part of this kind of discussion, the terms of, that struggle, that deep struggle. And sometimes, like there's all kinds of different struggles and some, greater than others, the trauma, all that kind of stuff. And what I was hearing based on what you were sharing, and especially from your story early on, and you know like how you helped this woman and stuff like this. It's like I often say that there's really really special souls out there in the world who go through these different crazy life experiences and all kinds of different everybody has their one or multiple or whatever, but it's very evident to me, and based on what you were sharing, is that you've channeled your struggles and you've chosen that recovery path in a sense, and you've chosen to find that blessing, and you've chosen to not allow that struggle really take you down and break you apart, but really grow and become this stronger beata that you are. And you shared with us that it's blessing. You're really taking that blessing and you're really shining it out to everybody else. So I very much appreciate that, how you were able to take your journey into that recovery, you know, into that whole part of really shining for everybody else.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's, it's really, th- I'm stumbling now because it's hard to talk about myself. but,
Right.
but I've heard many comments from many different people, and that was another reason why I decided that I would love to just dive into the life coaching world and become one. So I did, during pandemic time, and the reason is that every time I shared my story to someone that I would be vulnerable with, I would get the same exact reaction. Oh my God, I don't know if I could handle this. Oh my God, I don't know if I could go through this. Oh my God, I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to start. Like I would be depressed in a hospital by now. I would be dependent on my family by now. And I've heard it so many times that it really, just woke up this need in me, this
Mm,
passion of like, you know, uh, yes, I get it. It's very hard, but that is not your life journey. We're not
mm,
supposed to step back and take it in and dissolve, with this energy of depression
sure.
and struggle, because the struggle is here to make us stronger, like you said, Yermi. We are supposed to grow. We are supposed to develop the skills, right? We're supposed
Mhm.
to get more resilient.
Yeah.
And you know, the mindset, right? The mind is such a powerful thing. It wants to tell us all the negative messages. The moment you open your eyes in the morning, the mind goes, oh my God,
Mm,
what am I struggling with today?
yeah.
Right? I mean, that's the negativity is always there. It's like it's a default for the whatever million old minds that we have. Um, so the important part, of all the technologies we have, the NLP, for example, right, which is connecting the the neural processing with the languages, with the behavioral, habits that we have. You know, we know today that all of life is energy. We
Mhm.
know also that it's all in a vibration. Everything is an energy. Everything is a vibration, and it's not we're not changing anything by meeting somebody else's vibration. We are changing something by raising our own. And
Right.
the
Sure.
raising of the vibration is with growth, with change, with challenge. Yes, it will be difficult. Yes, it will be hard. But you will learn things you have never known before that will make you stronger and prepare you for the next thing in life. You might be also able to help other people with it. You will be stronger for your children. You will be stronger for for your family, for your friends, for your community. I focus on leaders because I believe we are all leaders. We
Mm,
lead ourselves first, right?
mm,
Me first, always. If I can't do it for me, I will not be able to do it for anybody else.
sure.
So lead myself, lead your family, lead your church, lead your community, lead your workspace. Be a leader that creates change and invites vulnerability where strength,
Mm,
blossoms. Because the more we can be open with one another, the more we can meet each other on the level of the basic humanity of here's what I'm struggling with,
sure.
Right.
the more we can work together and find the tools and build the strength and create the resilience and recover from what happened, right?
Mm,
We can create our recovery road. Some of us are stronger than others, obviously, and it's based on how many times we've been through this.
sure.
The first time around is always the most difficult, but
Mm,
if you have done this few times, like I have, you are learning that every time you have a chance to learn something different, every time you meet someone more inspiring,
mm,
every time if you are willing to go through the recovery, you will find your path. You will
mm.
find something else about your path that you didn't know.
No,
You will discover something that you can get passionate about, right? You can connect on a higher level, because everything that happens to us, I truly believe, it happens because we are ready for it. We are
mm,
ready to receive it.
wow.
Wow.
We
I think
wouldn't be challenged with anything if we are not ready to accept it. And now this is where the mindset work kicks in, right? I'm either taking the road of, okay, I was this person, who can I be from
Mm.
now going through this experience? Who am I creating? Who am I being going through this experience? What's my gifts from this, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you're now giving us that meaning of recovery. What does recovery mean? It's in a sense that here I was through all these hardships and these challenges, and like you were sharing, like you went through a few of them, and what you've essentially have done is that you took that hardship, transformed that hardship, did the work that you had to do in it, work through, your hardship and stuff, and then your recovery, you see it as a path, and you see it as, okay, now it's on to me, excuse me, it's now on to me to help others in a sense. And
Yes,
I'm hearing that that's how you're defining recovery.
yes,